Rue, what it do? Okay, so here's the deal. They have a DJ up there who has vinyl and all this other type of stuff up there. I have the CD. Oh, what are
I just saw somebody with the CD.
Someone has it.
All right.
I just gave the CD to someone.
Okay.
Track 15 and track 7 on the CD that you gave me, the beat CD.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear that louder.
Okay.
So I brought the CD.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna play track 15 and track 7. I just wanted to hear
in that order, 15 and 7.
Yeah, how it would sound. They have the rest of the show CD.
Okay.
Loaded up into their computers, but it's gonna break up the show CD, and no one's gonna know. It's just gonna be a free fall. Okay. I'm gonna open up.
Yeah.
With rhymes.
Okay.
On the same vibe as what everybody's been listening to.
All right.
And then break it down to the lecture, to our discussion. Simone is coming back with the boards.
Okay.
And I'll go right into, after I spit maybe, who knows, I'll just feel it. I'll feel it.
No doubt.
And then we'll break it down. So the boards, you'll know which ones to pick up based on what I'm speaking about.
All right.
Some of them are the ones from Jamaica. There's those are the ones from Jamaica. But I think I'll it's kind of dark in here, so I think I'll be using the white and black, white boards with black lettering.
Okay.
Hip hop and other things like that. So that's really it. So that's really where we are. So I'm gonna talk to the people right here. So here it is. I'm back again. This is a little different scene here. This is a small little spot, actually. This is between tours. Actually, I came from Australia a couple of months. Actually, it was Australia, America, and Europe together over about a 7 or 8 month period, and then we just came into California, bed down for a little while to chill out for a minute, and that's why. Now we're here. We never really stop. It doesn't really ever stop, but it does calm down. Not the big festivals overseas or the Key Club on Sunset or House of Blues or those kinds of venues. We like to break it down to just small venues where you invite a few people and really get your skill off, really get your purpose off. For me, in this instance, this is an opportunity to teach and to perform. There's a few beats I wanted to put on real quick, and I listened to them in the house, but the best way to hear a track and hear yourself on it is always to bring it live. So, and here's somebody beatboxing now. This is, yo, what up, money? Somebody sound like they in there doing their thing. That should sound. Hold on. Real hip hop is not dead. Here, come outside with me. No, you keep your hand. See, look at this. This is where we at, right here. Real hip hop is not dead. You just got to know where to look. You got to know where to go to actually get it. And this is the point. This is the point to the temple of hip hop. This is the point to my involvement in hip hop around, during this time, 2013. This is what it's become. We teach it now. We form environments where original hip hop can be heard and felt and experienced. It's beautiful.
Turn it up, yeah. Let that rock, let that rock. Turn it up. This is how I always spit. Live off the top, how I wrote my hits. See, I come back live like this freestyle. I've been doing this shit from a little. Listen, the camera on me. You, 1, 2, 3. I want you to make a DVD, and you be a witness of a DVD. But when you make your DVD, give 20% to me. We doing business. This is lyrical, physical fitness, KRS. That spells knowledge reigns supreme. And I'm gonna show you what it means. Live off the top. This is what we call hip hop. Damn, I used to do this shit on my block. 1973, Cool Hurt, Bronx. Damn, we did the work. We was on floors like this, boards like this. I was about 7 or 8. Yeah, 8. straight. See, I'm spitting raw all day. You better listen to what I say. He's the DJ. And what I mean to say is that I'm the MC and he's the DJ. People don't talk like this no more. What they do is spit a record and run out on tour. For me, this is before I was on John back in 1985. See, I drove myself here right off the 405. You gotta understand, now I've arrived. This is all raw. This is all real. Yo, tell these people how you feel.
Yo, I tell them how I feel. And now it's time for me to reveal.
This is a wonderful, wonderful moment. Let me show you why and how. Because most people, when you think back to the history of hip hop, like how it started and all of that, in our minds we have visions of these brilliant places and dark houses or big venues, and all of this is not the truth. This is exactly how hip hop, breaking, MCing, graffiti, or DJing, beatboxing, this is how it started. With about this many people and me like this on the ground or on the floor like this, not a 12-foot stage, not big speakers and things flying, none of that. Just like this right here. The reason I point this out is because this is a great place to start. Take a break for 1 minute and get some real knowledge in your head. This is, the reason I say that this is a historical event, a great event, is because what I'm going to tell you, many millions of people would like to know but can't know because they're not in history. They're not here right now at this very moment. Imagine, out of the whole globe, out of the whole entire earth, you, KRS1, are here. Us, we are here. Hip-hop is here right now. Now, of course, hip-hop is doing a whole bunch of things all over the earth. But as these cameras are rolling right now, you are here with me at this time right now. That means these cameras are going to outlive us. Imagine, these cameras will be around in, say, 3000, the year 3000, 3100. And they're not going to say, oh, this room was, you know, there was a whole bunch of people here that, it was African Americans, Asians, Latino, Native American. No, they're not going to say all that. They're going to say, yo, back about 100 years ago, hip-hop was met in this room. Look at how they was rhyming. Look what they had on. Look what was going on. And they're going to rely on every piece of what we are doing right now to determine their heritage, to determine what their legacy is. Imagine, imagine right now, I am recording history. Right now, this is how real it really is. If I stand here and go, yeah, yeah, that's now in history. I can't take it back. That's it, it just went out. If I go like this, that's now in history. Can't take it back. I just added that to history. What if I said, know thyself and thou shalt know the universe and God? That too is also in history. And now you can take that example and put a whole bunch of other things into history. The problem here is history determines your legacy. History determines your heritage. History gives you your future power. It gives you what? You say, well, I'm claiming this. Why? Because they did that. Oh, I'm part of this. I come from that. A person who has no history is at the whim of everyone else who does. A person who has no history is at the whim of everyone else who does. That means, and that's what we've been doing. This is the deepest part to understanding history, understanding hip hop, and that's why I start with history. You're in history right now. This is your history right now, being created before your very eyes right now. We knew this back in 1973, 76, 79, 83, 86. We knew this. We were conscious of it. Hip hop is not a mistake. We weren't bumbling around and discovered breaking. No. Here's what you need to know about this magnificent culture. First, the history of hip hop is not in a book. It's here, right here. This is it. This is the history of hip hop happening right here. What you do, say, be in this matrix called history is going to become your children's legacy.
See, this is why it's funny in the 90s when to be a rapper, you either had to be a gangster thug or some scantily dressed woman on a beach, specifically. And we used to always look and say, what are those people going to do when they're grandparents? When they are grandparents? Okay, you're 18 now, or you're 16 now, you're 25 now. So you're dancing in front of the camera and recording for all history who you were and how you were when you were 18, 19, and so on. Now, years go by, you're 60. And now your 18-year-old is running out the house with something short on at 12 o'clock at night. You're like, where you going? Well, Mom, I got your video. How you telling me when you... This is what parents are going through right now as we speak. They don't realize the importance of history and how what you do in this space is going to become your children's heritage and legacy and your power to guide them in the future. You give up your power when you don't live honorable.
All right.
You give up your power when you don't live virtuous lives. This is the reason for righteousness, not to look good before God.
Right.
You already look good before God. The reason for righteousness is that you look good before yourself.
Yeah.
That you know to yourself, I have not done no evil. Therefore, there's no guilt on me. Therefore, I can think clearly. History first. This is important for hip-hop. This is the importance in understanding hip-hop. First, understand its history. Its history is not in a book. Its history is made by real people every day. The legacy you set down for your children is actually your movements today. Whatever you're doing, thinking, recording, and putting out today, your children are going to use that as their claim to power.
Right.
Having said that, so looking at your place in history, what you are becoming now is called conscious. Conscious, awake, not conscience, which is the feeling of good or bad, moral feelings. My conscience is off because of some act. Not conscience, consciousness. Being awake, aware, alert. That. This is the next part of hip-hop you gotta understand or overstand. Hip, the word hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. Hop is a form of movement. It's a springing upward to hop. Hop also means to move forward by leaps. Hip is actually not even an English word. It's actually an African word called hippie cat. And it means one who is aware of his or her environment. This is where we get the term hip from. It comes from Africa into English. And we lose the cat part and get just hip or hippie, H-I-P-I, hippie. It always meant aware. Always meant keenly aware of one's environment. In English, it's also now trendy, fashionable, this kind of thing. To be hip means to be trendy, to be fashionable. But originally, if you look at the word hip, the real word hip, it has several meanings. Also, a seed part of a rose bush, like the seeds in a rose bush, those are called hips. Hip can also be, well, it goes on and on. I won't get into it here. You may think about all the definitions of hip. But the one we're concerned with here is the one that deals with awareness. Hip meaning to be aware. You hip me to that. I'm hip to my environment. I know what's going on. Hip. Hop, obviously, the movement, the springing forward. Now put that together for yourself. And this is not theory. This is what these terms are. Hip, meaning to know. Hop, a form of movement. Hip, awareness, knowing. Hop, movement, leaps, jumps. It's not so much the arts that that is or is not hip hop. It's the actual definition of the term itself. Hip, intelligence, awareness, hop, moving. That intelligence is moving around. So when people are not expressing their real consciousness, they're not being hip hop.
Oh, I am.
Do you know why you move?
Why?
This is the piece right here. Do you know why you move? And this is what hip hop forces you to think. This is a mental strategy. This is what happened to us. To understand that you're in a space and you're creating this history as you go. And if you are awake to that, then you are real hip hop. You are the history that's being created right now. You should look at yourself as that. Think of it this way. There's no school for KRS1. There's no place that I could go to become KRS1. The first thing hip hop teaches you is that you are the intelligence jumping forward. Self-creation. Someone else does not have the ability at this level of consciousness to define you. Here's another look at it. My mother named me Lawrence Chris Parker. I named myself KRS1. The reality is that I start out as Lawrence K. Parker. But in order for me to own my reality, I have to name myself something else. As long as I'm Lawrence K. Parker, I live in a Lawrence K. Parker reality. This is the importance of your name. This is the importance of hip intelligence. What you call yourself every day, that's your reality. That's what you're building for yourself. That's what it is. So what do you call yourself? I said, well, I'm knowledge reigning supreme. In this age where technology is robbing us of our ability to think, technology is robbing us of the ability to think. Hip-hop comes as one of the last of the human skills. Hip-hop is last of the human skills. It's one of the last things that human beings do unto themselves without having to plug into anything. I can say right here, I'll keep on bringing and singing into your ears, it's ringing and steaming, gleaming and dreaming, true and singing with meaning. I can do that all day. I can do it without a mic. This thing that I am doing, this art called MCing, is generated from a human being. Right. So therefore, the very art itself frees me from a system based on technology. If you can understand, let me see the elements. Let me see elements of hip hop. Anything that looks like the elements themselves. If you can understand the elements breaking of seeing graffiti or DJing, beatboxing, street fashion, street language, street knowledge, street entrepreneurialism, if you can understand these elements, they're not just entertainment. They are freedom. This is how we did it. Don't just look at the rapper on MTV. This is the mind state that we had to be in. I only articulated it in this way. DJing is not the turntables themselves. DJing is what the DJ does to the turntables. That is DJing. DJing is not the equipment. DJing is not the headphones. DJing is what the human does to these things. Cutting, mixing, scratching, that's DJing. And of course, beatbox and fashion language. Look at these: art, music, reading, mathematics, wealth. If you can understand it like this, you're free. You're looking at a free man right now. Forget the talk. This right here is what has freed me. This is why I'm giving it to you right now. This is so real. If you keep calling yourself Lawrence K. Parker, you will exist in a Lawrence K. Parker reality. It is really that simple, and people don't think it is, so they don't do it. They don't try it. I dare you tonight. Try what I'm saying and see if it doesn't work.
It does work.
See if it doesn't
Well, you gotta see if it doesn't work. See, this is what it is. And I'm willing to we're recording it right now. It's right here. I'm putting myself down in history. It's my legacy right here. I will repeat the United Negro College Fund, sum that last part up. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And this is what technology is doing to us. As great as technology is, and the mind creates technology. So we're not here bashing technology. We're being recorded technologically, and this mic is amping my voice. It's great. Technology is good. But technology is the science of mechanical and industrial arts. It's not civilization.
Right.
Civilization is an advanced stage in social development. When human beings get to advanced stages of communication, we can call ourselves civilized. What we live in today is what is probably called a technological society. This is not civilization. Civilization means we all get along with each other. We don't need no cops. We don't need a military. That's when you have civilization. Advanced states in human interactions is civilization. We replace that meaning with a cell phone or a computer or a plane or a car or a boat. Any of the machines or the tools that we use to help civilization has now become civilization itself. We now rely more on GPS than our eyes. Than our own eyes. I see people standing on the corner asking GPS if it's all right to cross the street. Is it all right to cross the street? On the phone. Now that's of course an extreme, but take a look. When do you become human? At what time in the day, what hour of the day are you not plugged into something or relying on some technology to exist? At what point in the day? And you gotta ask yourself, wait a minute, I'm a human being. You're not grabbing pieces of me and making me answer my phone no, wait, let me grab hold of myself. I'm hip hop.